what is the US end goal? Why have they staged this coup in Bangladesh, and what do they want to achieve at the end? What's the end goal? The coup is aimed at India. They have no real interest in Bangladesh. Okay, it's all about geography. Let's take a look at the geography. It's all about encircling India. Here we have India. So on the west of India, we have an American proxy, Pakistan. Northwest of Pakistan, you have Afghanistan, which is ruled by the Taliban, which is essentially again an American proxy. Okay. Uh, South of India, you have Sri Lanka, which has American influence. Thailand is very much under the control of the US. The Americans can unleash student protests there on demand. Burma is in a state of civil war, which is again being unleashed by the Americans. Bangladesh is a US proxy now. Okay, Nepal is a Chinese proxy. So India is completely encircled. India is cut off from the rest of the world. Pakistan cuts off India's access to Eurasia from the west. Chinese occupied Tibet cuts off India's access to northern Asia from the north. Uh, Burma is until recently has been an open nation, but now there is a civil war. And once this artificial new nation, Cookie Land, will be formed, it will cut off India's nation to Eastern Asia. So India will be completely cut off by land from all parts of the world. The only access we will have to the rest of the world is by sea or by air. The seas are controlled by the Americans. They have the world's largest network of military bases all across the world, and the air is also controlled by the Americans. So that is not good for India. We are cut off from the rest of the world, and whatever access we have, it goes through American jurisdiction and American strongholds. So that gives the US complete control over India's destiny, and they can use these assets like Pakistan and East Pakistan, Bangladesh, to destabilize India in a variety of ways. The new Cookie Land will also be used to destabilize India's Far East, create all kinds of mayhem in Manipur and other parts of the Far East. So overall, India gets destabilized badly. So India doesn't reach its economic potential. Instead of growing at 8% every year, India grows at 4% every year. So by 2035, instead of becoming a 10, 12, $15 trillion economy, India is just a $5 trillion economy. That is the end goal of the US. They are worried about India's rise. They don't want India to become a long term adversary, and India has the potential to become a long term adversary from their perspective. So they are doing this is called long term planning. We will nip things in the bud right now, and we'll put conditions in place right now which will ensure that India never rises. India remains mediocre. And we're going to create artificial divisions and infighting within India, just like the British used to do, divide and conquer. That is the end goal, the objective. The real target is not Bangladesh, the real target is India. That's the deal.